Yeah, I think today I feel excited. It's the first time I've felt excited about a race. So I'm like so excited about it. I just want to go out there, have fun, and just see what I'm actually capable of when I hit that pain cave and being able to run through it. Like run through the pain cave even though I'm actually hurting and I'm in so much pain. I just want to be able to be like, no, Lauren, you can do hard things and you go just 1% better. 1% better. That is my motto in life, 1% better every day, and I'll just do that, I guess, just 1% extra.
She's probably like by far the most humble person I know. Like, but then she flips it. I've always said to her, like from the very beginning, to talk to as a person away from Hyrox, so like caring and humble. As soon as she steps on the floor, she is like a boss ass, and it's a completely different human. It's like, whoa, like there's like another side to her. She's an absolute machine.
When I used to run, and I've always been active, like in high school, I was the most active. I wanted to be a part of every single sports club I could possibly be a part of. So whether it's like cross country, athletics, netball, hockey, rounders, the only thing I didn't do was football because it wasn't my thing. I'm really sorry, Chloe. And then when I got into sport and stuff outside of school, I just ran. I ran and I trained in the gym alongside that just to complement the running. I always felt like I was training for something, and then I got injured when I was running in, I think it was like August 3 years ago. And then I started running bit by bit again through doing Hyrox classes. And I was like, this is a bit of me, this is. So then I kept going to the Hyrox class. And then the gym owners were like, why don't you try an event? Like, I actually think you do well just going for a pro instead of going for an open. And I was like, no, I'm definitely going to do an open first one. Like, thanks for the faith in me, but yeah, I'll stay humble on that one. So I went to the open. I did as well as I did. Then I was like, actually, maybe I will give pro a go. And then I started, and it just get Hyrox is my purpose. Like that's how it feels anyway, and it's yeah, that's why I wake up every day.
I'd say we'd say 2 weeks before, obviously we have like a long distance relationship, but I know that this is what she wants to do, and we're very cautious of like, we live like nearly 6 hours apart, and of course I'd love to see her every weekend, but leading up to race, like that's not what's important, is her doing well is what's important. So leading up to it, I'm actually a bit of a nag. I say to her like, have you slept enough? Have you drunk enough? Have you eaten enough? I'm almost like a part-time coach in a weird way, but I just want to make sure that like if I can contribute in any way to her succeeding, then I will. So a week before I'm a nag. I'd say the day of, I don't get nervous for her until she starts racing.
So got to the ski and I was like, I think I've gone up too hot. So I tried to stop breathing, and then I heard Chloe say, calm down, calm down. So I was calmed down, tried to anyway. On the next one I was like, this is gonna be a hard race. I felt like I hadn't ate enough. Coming into the sled push, that first push, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be tough, this. And then the girl next to me, Emily, bless her, I was trying to like encourage her because it was her first pro race, and I was just like, keep going, Emily, keep going, let's go. So like on the first length, she stopped just after I stopped, and I was like 3, 2, 1, and we both go, and then we did. And then when I got to the end of it, I was like, just keep going, Emily. And then I just was like, right, Lauren, you need to focus on yourself now. And then that second one, I was like, this is really sticky. And that's when I started to struggle on that second one. And then the third one and the last one, my legs blew up on that last one, and I always tell people, when you finish that station, you run from it onto the next one. I didn't do that. I took a few steps of a walk and then a few extra ones, and I was like, right, I need to actually go now. Yeah, just did the pull, felt good, went back out on the run, and I was like, right, this is where the race picks up now. And I was like, oh, I've got the burpees next. So then in the burpees, I would stand at the line and contemplate them beforehand, but I literally just threw myself on the floor, and I was like, you're going, I don't care, you're just going. And I think that for me mentally did it for me that day. Just going into the burpees and just like doing them and getting out was all I needed to focus on in that moment.
Keep going, Law. Keep going. Don't stop.
I was probably hurting the most after the burpees, and then probably on that first 500 of the run, I was just like, go one more, like one more step, and I was just like, remember why you're doing it, Lauren, like remember why. And like when I have my like really crappy days where I'm just like, oh, I'm so shit, and like I'm this and I'm that, I'm just like, prove yourself wrong, don't prove anybody else wrong, just like prove that like niggly little voice in your head that it is wrong, and like you are capable of doing like obviously hard things, and just being better than you were yesterday, and always be 1% better.
You got it. No, you got it. Come on.
And then the last 250, I kind of picked up, but at one point I asked people, I was like, how am I doing, or what am I on? And she told me,
What you want currently?
You're gonna need to run quicker after this one. The previous one was one of the slowest she'd run.
and I just went, oh. She was like, she just shook her head, and I was like, there's the eye roll.
And I felt like Steve for like 5 seconds. And then she did run quick after that. All the runs were like 4:20 or below.
Because the back end of the race is better for me, or faster for me, I knew that it was going to be like, not easy, but it was going to be my stronger areas. Picked up the farmers, but those were the best the farmers have ever felt for me, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to put these down once, and I didn't. And then in the wobbles, after the little mess up with the judge, it was just a case of fighting for my life again, really.
Keep going! Keep going!
And then crossing the finish line, seeing my 105, and I was like, I did it! I did it! So, yeah, I think just having a belief that Glasgow was going to be the race for me. I had a purpose for this race to be different, and I just wanted it to be the complete opposite of what it was last year, and it totally was. Like, it was a clean race for me, and last year it was absolutely shambolic.
I think like one of the biggest highlights was after the race. She just said like, I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah, that's been coming for a long time. I'm actually so proud of myself. I'm actually so happy.
She doesn't say that, like those words don't come out of her mouth like ever. She's always like striving for more. Within 15 minutes of leaving the venue, I'd say, she was like, but I didn't get 103. But it was nice to see for me, like her dealing with the adversity of you don't have time to do your routine, you don't have time to do your usual bits and pieces, but you've still gone out there and hit a PB. So that was like the biggest win for me, and it's probably something she can take into her next few races, that I know routine's good sometimes, but if you rely on it too much, you can get in your own head. She just had to turn up, deal with it, deal with an outfit change, run her legs off with no watch, and just absolutely send it, and that's what she did. So yeah.